Hey, family, welcome back to No More Shackles, the podcast where we expose what's hidden, confront uncomfortable, and call the church back to truth. This podcast is titled The Foundation is Off, What My Almost Fall Revealed About the Church. I had a dream that shook me, not because I fell, but because I almost did. And what God showed me in that moment was this. Sometimes it's not your walk that's uncomfortable, it's the foundation you're walking on. Let me share the dream. I was walking across a gym floor carrying a baby in my arms. I was wearing high heels, meaning I was elevated but walking carefully. The baby was precious, something I was protecting, and something that had to be carried with wisdom and grace. As I walked, I almost slipped. The people in the stands were watching like this was some kind of show or game. They didn't move, they didn't help, they just watched. I left the building to place the baby down, but I came back. I wasn't going to ignore that spot. I returned to the place where I almost fell and said out loud, I know how to walk. It's not me. It must be something wrong with the floor. I got down and rubbed my hand over the spot. Sure enough, there was a bump. The floor looked smooth on the surface, but underneath was a flaw, a defect. Whoever laid the floor never fixed the foundation. They just covered it up, hoping no one would notice. But my walk exposed what they tried to hide. The prophetic meaning. Some of you listening today, you've been made to feel like you're unstable, like you don't know how to walk in faith. Some of you have been made to feel confused or unsure about your spiritual walk. You've been told directly or indirectly that you don't have good discernment, that you can't tell when something is spiritually wrong or out of order. You've doubted yourself when you sensed that something was off, when a teaching didn't feel right, or when a leader or a structure didn't seem grounded in truth. You were made to believe that the problem was you, not the faulty foundation around you. But deep down, your spirit knew something wasn't right. But let me prophesy this over you. It's not your walk, it's the floor they laid under you. You're walking in integrity. You're carrying something from God. You're moving with a purpose and grace. But the spiritual system, the leadership, the platform was never laid right. And when you almost fell, they didn't help you. They just watched like it was a game. Sometimes the most dangerous part of walking out your calling isn't just the flawed foundation beneath your feet. It's the silent spectators who are watching you slip, hoping you fall. They see your struggle. They see you wobbling under the weight of what God has called you to carry. And instead of stepping in to help or intercede in prayer, they stand on the sidelines, arms crossed, waiting for you to drop it. These are the ones who smile publicly but murmur privately. The ones who call your assignment too heavy while secretly hoping you'll crack under pressure. But here's the truth. When you are walking on a bad foundation and the onlookers are many, God is not blind. He sees the misalignment beneath you and the jealousy around you. Yet still, God trusts you to carry it because He didn't anoint you for their applause. He anointed you for His glory. So let the crowd watch. Let them talk. Let them underestimate you. Because when God strengthens your footing and realigns your foundation, you will not only carry what tried to crush you, you will run with it. The Stephen Curry connection. Recently, Stephen Curry was on the court when he noticed something wrong. The ball didn't bounce like it should. He said, something's off with the floor. And he was right. There was a defect under the hardwood. Only someone who really knows the game could feel that. Only someone who walks with discernment can detect spiritually unevenness. You are that person. You notice what everyone else ignored because you know what the walk is supposed to feel like. Prophetic insight for the church. This dream is a warning to the church. We've been performing on top of broken foundations. We've covered up bad leadership with shiny programs. We built over compromise and called it growth. And now people are slipping. But instead of fixing the floor, we blame the ones who fall. And God is raising up people who won't just walk off. They'll come back and put their hand to the floor. They'll expose what's underneath. They'll say, no more cover-ups. Tear up the floor. Start again on the right foundation. Isaiah 58:12 says, you will be called the repairer of the breach, the restorer of streets to dwell in. 1 Corinthians 3:11. For no one can lay any other foundation other than that which has already been laid, which is Christ Jesus. Ezekiel 13:10-11 says, they lead my people astray, saying peace, peace, when there is no peace, and they cover a wall with whitewash. It will collapse. To the listeners who feel misjudged, you didn't fall. You discerned. And God is confirming your gift. They were too busy being entertained, but you stopped and investigated. That's why God can trust you with this baby, with this truth, with this burden. In closing, this isn't just a message, it's a movement. There are people walking across unsafe spiritual floors every Sunday, and God is looking for the ones who won't just go along with it. He is raising up inspectors of the foundation. If this resonated with you, share this episode. Tag someone who has ever been made to feel like they were the problem, when the truth is, it was the floor. Please like and subscribe. Share this episode with someone who needs it. And follow us at nomoreshakles.com. Until next time, stay discerning, stay free, no more shackles.